Have you ever found yourself stuck in the same old patterns when it comes to relationships? You may have noticed that no matter who you're with, things always seem to go south at some point. While you're not alone, we all make mistakes when it comes to the important people in our lives. Sometimes we don't even realize what we're doing wrong. It takes an outside perspective for us to see the damage we can cause with our words and actions. But don't worry, because in this video, we've got you covered. We're going to reveal the 7 biggest mistakes that people make in relationships and show you some simple changes you can make to have healthier and more meaningful connections. We would also love to hear from you. So let us know which of the 7 mistakes you think is the worst to make by leaving a comment below. Before we begin, be sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for a free giveaway. Let's dive right in. Number 1. Not communicating your needs. When we don't communicate our needs, we set ourselves up for disappointment and frustration. Our partners aren't mind readers, and they can't meet our needs if they don't know what they are. So the first step in avoiding this mistake is to take some time to understand what your needs are. This means being honest with yourself about what you want and needs from your partner and from the relationship. Once you have a clear understanding of your needs, it's time to start communicating them to your partner. But don't just blurt them out in the heat of an argument. Choose a time when you're both relaxed and free from distractions. Start by telling your partner what you love about the relationship and why it's important to you. Then explain your needs and why they're important to you. It's important to remember that communication is a two-way street. After you've explained your needs, give your partner a chance to respond. Listen carefully to what they have to say and be open to compromise. Remember, the goal is not to win the argument, but to find a solution that works for both of you. So the next time you're feeling frustrated or resentful towards your partner, take a step back and ask yourself if you've clearly communicated your needs. And if you haven't, take the time to do so. It may not always be easy, but it's an essential part of building a healthy, happy relationship. Number 2. Taking your partner for granted. We've all been there, where we start off a relationship with all the excitement and energy, but over time, things can become routine, and we start taking our partner for granted. But let me tell you, taking your partner for granted is a recipe for disaster. So how can we keep the spark alive and avoid this trap? First off, let your partner know how much you care about them. Don't just assume they know, tell them often. Remember that actions speak louder than words, so make sure your actions match your words. Secondly, show appreciation often. Sometimes it's the little things that matter most. Take a moment to put yourself in your partner's shoes and try to see things from their perspective. Show them that you value and appreciate their efforts, and they'll do the same for you. Also, be willing to compromise. Whether it's deciding where to go for dinner or discussing how to raise children, compromise is essential for a healthy relationship. It may not always be easy, but it can be incredibly rewarding and strengthen your bond with your partner. Number 3. Not being honest with your partner. We all want to feel connected and understood in our relationships. But when we withhold information or keep secrets from our partners, we build a wall between us. This wall can become increasingly difficult to break down, leading to a breakdown in communication and intimacy. So how do we build trust and intimacy in our relationships? It starts with small steps. Start by sharing small things about your day or your thoughts on a particular topic. Over time, you can gradually open up more and more, allowing your partner to see the real you. It's essential to create an environment of safety and acceptance where your partner feels comfortable being vulnerable with you. When your partner opens up to you, listen non-judgmentally and validate their feelings. By doing so, you'll be showing them that you value their honesty and trust. Now let me give you an example of how you can apply this concept in your daily life. The next time your partner asks how your day was, Instead of just saying, "Fine," share the highs and lows of your day with them. Tell them about your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Encourage them to do the same and create a safe space where you can both be open and vulnerable with each other. Before we continue, we would like to give you a free gift of our book, The Ultimate Manifestation Guide. Inside the book, you will discover 15 secrets to help you manifest your dream life faster. Here at Mindset Flow, we are committed to helping you live your best and most fulfilling life. So get your free digital copy today by simply clicking the link in the description. Now let's continue on. Number 4. Being too needy or clingy. Being too needy or clingy in a relationship can be a major turnoff and can cause serious problems. But don't worry, I'm here to share some tips on how to avoid this all-too-common pitfall. First and foremost, it's important to set boundaries with your partner and respect those boundaries. This means having an open and honest conversation about what kind of contact is appropriate and what is not. Maybe you're okay with daily phone calls, but not with constant texting throughout the day. Whatever your boundaries may be, make sure to communicate them clearly and stick to them. And remember, it's just as important to respect your partner's boundaries as it is to set your own. Another key to avoiding neediness and clinginess is to maintain an independent life outside of the relationship. This means having your own hobbies, interests, and friends. It's easy to get wrapped up in your partner's life and neglect your own, but this can actually put more pressure on the relationship and make you feel even needier. By having a life outside of your relationship, you'll have a healthy outlet for your emotions and something to focus on besides just your significant other. Number 5. Having unrealistic expectations. We've all heard the saying, expectation is the root of all heartache, and it could not be more accurate when it comes to relationships. So many people enter into relationships with expectations that are completely unrealistic, setting themselves up for disappointment and frustration. Now, I know it's tempting to think that your partner should be perfect, but let's face it, nobody is perfect. Expecting perfection from your partner is not only unrealistic, but also unfair. Fortunately, there are ways to avoid having unrealistic expectations in a relationship. The first step is to maintain open communication. It's crucial to communicate openly and honestly with your partner, allowing you to express your needs and wants without fear or judgment. Expressing yourself honestly helps establish mutual respect and understanding between you two, which are essential components for sustaining a healthy relationship over time. The second step is to be realistic about what you can handle. We often get caught up in idealizing our partners, romanticizing them into something they're not, or expecting them to do things that may not even be possible for them. Being realistic about what you can handle means taking into account your limitations as well as your partner's limitations when making decisions together about how best to move forward in the relationship. For example, let's say you're in a long-distance relationship and you're feeling lonely and neglected. Instead of expecting your partner to call you every hour or be available 24/7, communicate your feelings to them and try to come up with a plan that works for both of you. Maybe you can schedule regular video calls or make an effort to visit each other more often. Being realistic about what you can handle and communicating openly can help strengthen your relationship and avoid unnecessary heartache. Remember, unrealistic expectations are a relationship killer, but with open communication and realistic expectations, you can build a strong and healthy relationship that lasts. Number 6, not making time for each other. Making time for each other isn't just about the big romantic moments. It's also about the little things. It's about asking about each other's day, cuddling on the couch, cooking dinner together, or going for a walk. These seemingly small gestures can make a world of difference in keeping the spark alive. You may be thinking, but I have a busy schedule. I don't have time for this. But here's the thing, we make time for the things that are important to us. If you truly value your relationship, then you'll find a way to make it work. So how can you apply this concept starting today? Start by setting aside a specific day or time of the week that's just for the two of you. Maybe it's a weekly date night or a Saturday morning hike. Whatever it is, make it a consistent part of your routine. You can also try incorporating small gestures of love and affection throughout your day, such as sending a sweet message or surprising them with their favorite snack. These little moments of connection can add up and make a big difference in keeping your relationship strong. Number 7, not being yourself. It's easy to fall into the trap of trying to conform to other people's expectations, whether it's a romantic relationship, business partnership, or friendship. But let me tell you, one of the biggest mistakes you can make in any relationship is trying to be someone you're not. Being authentic and true to yourself is crucial in forming healthy and genuine relationships. Authenticity and honesty are the foundation of any meaningful connection. When you're not showing your true self, you're creating a barrier between yourself and the people you want to connect with. People want to form genuine connections with others, and if they suspect that you're not being authentic, they may not feel comfortable opening up to you either. Now, being yourself can also help you attract the right people. When you're true to yourself, those who appreciate and accept you for who you are will naturally gravitate toward you. These are the people who understand and accept you without judgment or pressure, and they're the ones you want in your life. And as for those who don't accept you for who you are, well, they're not worth your time anyway. So the next time you feel the pressure to be someone you're not in a relationship with, take a step back and ask yourself if it's really worth it. Remember that being yourself is the key to forming genuine connections and attracting the right people in your life. By having the courage to share your true self with others, you'll open up a world of possibilities and create deeper, more meaningful relationships. Congratulations on learning about the 7 biggest mistakes people make in relationships. We hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you did, please share it with your loved ones and help spread the word. By sharing this video, you're not only helping others understand these common pitfalls, but you're also playing a crucial role in strengthening their bonds with their partners. Imagine the positive impact you could have on someone's life just by sharing this video. We want to hear from you. Which of these mistakes do you think is the most critical to avoid? Share your thoughts by leaving a comment below. And before you go, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and claim your free gift by clicking the link in the description below. We appreciate your support, and we hope you have a day filled with healthier and more meaningful connections.